Sparkle and Chill. Tonight I'm going to be using my Diamond Art Club box to kit up the free canvas I got from Dreamer Designs. If you'll recall, it is the Butterfly Orchid Fantasy that I got. Isn't it pretty? I just want to look at it. Isn't that pretty? It's so gorgeous. I can't wait to start working on it. So, what has happened is I'm working, for the first time, I'm working on multiple canvases at a time. I literally just have the head to do on my Bird of Joy, but I ran out of 310s, which I have 310s, but they're not DAC 310s, and I don't want to use non-resin drills on that particular kit because it's a premium kit. So I reached out to Diamond Art Club, and they are sending me those but I wanted to get this boxed up and ready to go, so I thought I would do it in this new Diamond Art Club box. Kit up this butterfly one so that I have something else to work on in that room that I have. So without any further ado, this is really cool. Now, I watched some other things and people were saying these were hard to open. I don't think it was the Diamond Art Club ones, because these ones open up really easily, and the small ones are much bigger than the small ones for the I think they're Elizabeth somethings. Anyways, so I'm excited about this. I think it's like 50, let's see, there's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 of the small, 18 of the medium, and 12 of the larger ones that I think probably fit quite a lot. That's a lot. So I'm just going to, most likely, this kit only has, what happened to my stickers? Oh, here they are. I actually have to cut these stickers, apparently. They're not where you can just pull them out. That's the one thing I would recommend that Dreamer Design do, is that make it easier for us to pull these off. There are 39 drills, or 39 different colors for Butterfly Orchid, can I speak tonight, Fantasy. And they are in symbols, letters, and numbers, and they're all mixed up. There's no rhyme or reason to them, which, I don't know, a little annoying. I like to have things in a way where I can look at it, but they will have 1 to 39 on there, so we'll just do them in order. If we have to move these around as we go, we will. I've not used one of these before. I usually use the little cases with the little squares, or the art dot cases with the little tubes. And so this is a new thing for me. It's kind of funny because I was always the person, why do people buy all this stuff? And now I've got, my suitcases are full from other projects. So I'm breaking this out tonight. So let's find the drills. And this is a square. Oh my goodness, I've never done a square before, so this is good. So let's see here. I didn't notice that when I ordered it. That there. All right, let's find number 1. Okay, I love getting into a new kit. Okay, number 1. Oh, that's number 10. Okay, let's get organized here, Kimberly. Why are they making it so difficult? Okay, let's see. dropping needles on the floor? No. Okay. So these are, let's find, okay. Okay, this is the first page. Okay, we'll go like this. And all right. So how are you guys doing tonight? I am really looking forward to this. I'm a lot of moving parts to this thing. I'm just starting at number 1. I guess I have to cut these like so. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, so my advice to Dreamer Design is make this easier. Make this a much easier process. Because I guess, so how do you do this? Because you have the symbol and you have the number, so I guess that means taking off the other part, unless you put it around. Okay, I guess we could go like this and keep that on there. Okay. All right. I haven't kitted one of these out before. It's my first time doing a Dreamer Design. And I just spilled drills. I gotta say I like my little funnel that I'm able to use on my other one. I don't have a funnel for these. And it appears that we would have some static. Oh my gosh. Okay guys, bear with me. There's not a lot of drills in here, but there's static. You know, I had to mention the last time I kitted up that I never really dealt with any static. And now all of a sudden, my, there we go. A couple of diamonds that got lost there. Okay. All right, we managed to get the little ones in there. I'm gonna have to, okay, number 2. I don't understand number 2 is 7. Why don't they just make it number 2? I mean, okay, I know I'm complaining here, and I'm trying not to be a complainer, but really, let's make it make sense, okay? Just do number 2 as number 2, not number 7. Okay, so. Okay. And here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this bag way down so I'm not fighting with a gigantic baggie here. So how was your day today? I have been working on all kinds of stuff. And it's been a little bit of a draining day, but it is about 8 o'clock on Monday night. I want to have this ready to go by Wednesday. Okay. Okay. I'm going to put that on the front side of things. Okay. Number 3. So it's been one of those days where nothing went right. Technology didn't like me today. I was trying to work on something and it just didn't go quite right. So there's always tomorrow. When you get to the point where you're ready to throw your computer through the window, it's time to stop and do something more relaxing. So I got done doing that and I decided to spend an hour doing some diamond painting. I worked on my Bird of Joy and realized that I didn't have enough drills. I gotta say, so then I got on the computer and they're sending me some new stuff. So anyways, so this, I'm really excited about this, but I was not thinking about the fact that it was squares. I don't think I realized it was squares until just now. Maybe I did and I forgot, but this is square drills. We shall prevail though. We have to do them sometime, right? I've got to learn how to do it anyways because I've got that big one that I have to do, that I get to do, that I'm excited to do. I'm just kind of afraid of it because I've never done squares before. So if you've got tips on squares, put it in the suggestion down below because I haven't done squares. I watched a video. A gal, she was explaining it really good, but she was covering it up with her. You couldn't see what she was doing, and so and she did say she was doing a part 2. I just haven't had time to where she was fixing that issue, but I just haven't had the chance to go looking for it, and so I know some people say to go in a checkerboard, but then I've watched some people do them and they do them in, you know, they multi-place them. So I don't know what the best way to do it is. So let me know if you've got a good tip for doing squares, because this one's going to be all new to me. And not because I've avoided them. The truth is that there haven't really, you know, most of the kits that I've done have not been premium kits. I've stuck with the budget kits for a reason. I don't always have the money for the premium kits. And so oftentimes they don't even have the option for squares. And so you do the rounds because that's what you have the option of doing. So this is going to be fun. It's a new thing. I counted today, so I've been collecting over the past several months some premium kits off of Amazon, and I have quite a few stocked up now, so I can go back and forth between premium and budget print. But all the premium ones I got, except a few, are budget friendly. Okay, let's see. This is fun. I do like these containers, and they are easy to open. So I saw there was a different brand. Where did that go? Where'd my label go? I think it fell in here. Oh no. Okay. All right, people, did you see where that went? I think it went in here. Am I right? Okay. Where'd the sticker? Oh, here it is. It's stuck to the scissors. Stuck to the skizzers. I'm like almost brain dead tonight, so apologize for that. I do like these work. You bend them over, but I do wish that they were not have to cut them off, that they just were ready to go. Let's move this out of the way so I'm not stumbling over it. And this is number 5. I love these. Look how bright these yellows are. Wow. I do love bright colors on my diamond paintings. I do. Oh, these are a staticky bunch. But I have some Q-tips coming. I ordered. They're probably sitting on the porch as we speak. Oh, just found a drill. I'll put that one in there. Yellows. None of these have like a huge amount that I'm probably going to have to use a large one. So hopefully I might use a large one just because that's where they are. Number 6. But what projects are you guys working on? Have you done Dreamer designs before? Is there anybody here that's done a Dreamer design? This is my first one. And as in video number 1 on this, the first video I did on this where I unboxed it, this was a free kit. Facebook was doing, or on Facebook they were advertising a free kit. You just paid postage. The postage was rather expensive, actually. It made this more expensive than most of my budget ones, but I think it's because they come from Canada, but they must have a stateside place, maybe, I don't know. But I mean, it was $14.99 for the shipping. A lot of my kits are a lot less than that, but I got it because it's a premium kit and I love butterflies and I wanted to try it. I want to try some of these small companies that have kits. I'm looking to try them. I did just leave my job, so I don't have a lot of money right now. So I knew that this job that I had was going to end fairly and so I did stock up on things that I could do without spending money while I was working on finding work and getting things going, and so that's what. Okay. Number 7. I do think I'm going to like this though, but it is different than having my funnel. That's the one thing I'm noticing about the kit up. The funnel is much easier. You just put them in, and I've seen funnels for these as well though. I've seen other creators with a funnel for these ones as well. I have the Art Dot funnels as well that are made of the silicone, but I don't really like them. The drills tend to, if they're staticky, they tend to stick to them. I really don't like these stickers. They're kind of a pain. I like when you can just bend it and it's going to pops up. Oh, this is making it more time consuming than it needs to be. So, what projects are you guys working on? what paintings are you currently working on? Are you working on a budget kit? Are you working on I like to get an idea of what people are working on. I'm still working on the big cat. I've got quite a bit of it done. We're not quite halfway done, but we're close. And then, like I said, I've got just the head of the Bird of Joy done. All but the head, because I ran out of drills. 3/10 of all things to run out of. Okay. I may be speeding this up and doing it, parts of it in speed up motion or something. Do some voiceover. Just to get this, make this not be too long. These are pretty, these turquoise color. I'm really glad that I bought this storage container. I once said, I used to say all the time, I don't know why people buy so many things, so many storage things and all this stuff. And then I realized, and before I was diamond painting a lot, and I'm like, everything comes with it. Why do we need all these things? And I think that's kind of funny now, because now I have all the things. And I understand why, because I got 4 different kit up things going at the same time, because I have some greeting cards that obviously I make the cards as I go, so got to keep it kitted up till I do all of the cards. And then I have 2 projects going, and then I have, what's the other thing I have? Oh, I have my Christmas. I started doing a Christmas in July thing on my Facebook page, and and I was terrible at it because I couldn't get in the Christmas mood in July. I tried. I did the first coaster of my coaster set, and then I got busy with other things, but I just couldn't get in the mode for Christmas just yet. So that was a fail. I did get 1 coaster done, but I think we're going to pick that stuff back up in, the Christmas stuff back up in probably October, November. Probably November. October, November, because it'll take me a while to get those things done, because I bought several different Christmas things that I'll just work on Christmas stuff for a couple months. But I couldn't get into it in July. There's something about doing Christmas. I want to put on Christmas music as I do them, and just, you know, really get into the Christmas thing, and I just couldn't do it in July. I thought I could. It sounded fun, but I couldn't do it. How about you guys? Were you able to get into the Christmas in July thing? I gave it a try, but I just couldn't think Christmas during 90-degree weather. That tea is so good. It's Tazo or Tazo. I don't know what it's called. I just started drinking it. It's a cinnamon tea. It's to help balance blood sugar, because I'm trying to reverse diabetes, and cinnamon is really good for you. And it's really good tea. I I was taking some cinnamon tablets and they work, but I don't like taking pills. And I never remember to do it, but I can remember to put tea in the refrigerator and drink it. I had to reverse my love of soda. And so I made the mistake of starting to buy those Cascade Ice things, which are good because they don't have sugar in it, right? But they have sucralose in them, which frankly just makes you crave sugar. And so, and make you hungrier. So it was causing me to eat stuff that I really don't need to be eating because it was making me crave carbs and sugar. So I was trying to figure out what can I drink, and so I like iced tea. This is supposed to be a hot tea, but what I do is I run my tap water as hot as I can get it, and then I fill up my, it's a juice jug, a glass one. And I fill it up with hot water as hot as I can get the tap to go, and my tap water gets fairly hot. And then I put 3 tea bags in it and let it sit on the counter for a couple hours, then I throw it in the fridge. And I've been making tea that way for years, and it's really makes really good iced tea. And I don't really, hot tea for whatever reason doesn't really appeal to me all that much. So that works. And yesterday was the first time I made this kind of tea, and actually I made a different brand. I bought 3 different kinds. I bought a mint tea and 2 different cinnamon teas. And I tried the other cinnamon tea, and it was really good. It was a much more mild flavor than this one. This one, you could really taste the cinnamon. The other one, I didn't really taste the cinnamon. I think I like this one better because you can taste the cinnamon, and I love cinnamon. I didn't think I would like this particular kind of tea, but I do. So, yeah. So if you are looking for a nice tea, and I do like it cold, and I do it in glass versus plastic. I don't like to eat or drink things out of plastic. So I had gotten to where I had completely reversed my diabetes, and then I got cancer, and during my chemotherapy, the doctor was just like, eat what you can eat, because I couldn't keep much down, and I was eating a lot of toast, which not really diabetic friendly. And I kind of put all my weight back on, and I had lost quite a bit of weight. I dropped 50 pounds. Of course, I found it again. And so I'm trying to go back to square one again, lose the weight and lose the diabetes once again. It's a never-ending battle. But when you're sick with and going through chemo, it really is hard to eat the way you should, because it's really hard to just eat, honestly. Medications make you nauseous, and so you just eat whatever you can eat that doesn't upset your stomach. I think this is going faster now that I got a rhythm going. I can't wait to start on this, but it's squares. I do desperately need your guys' tips on squares. So if you got a tip that works really good for you, drop it in the comments below, because this girl needs your help. I don't think I even looked. I think because I'm so used to them just being rounds for the most part on Amazon, I don't even think to look what I'm ordering. I did that on the big kits I got from Diamond Art Club too. I ordered one, the largest one too, of the 3 I ordered. Big, huge one is squares. Like, oh no, what did I do? But there are people that say once they start doing squares, they don't even like doing the rounds. So, but they like them better. I'm hoping, I'm not going to stop doing rounds, but I'm hoping that I really like the squares because I do like the way the square ones look. Well, these are really nice. I'm liking this. Has anybody else have this particular one? I know that a lot of people talk about the other one. I can't think the name of it. Elizabeth Ward, that's what it is. These are. I just happened to see these when they were on sale on Amazon, and they're normally really expensive, like $45, I think it was, and they were on sale for $30 or $35, I don't recall, a couple months ago, and I was like, I want to try those, because I wanted to do a video on different storages and which is better and what I like best, because I found when I found the Art Dot suitcases with the little round cylinders, I really do love those. They work really well and have been my go-to since I did it. I have those little things with the square things, little plastic boxes, and I do like those too. The big cat is kitted up in one of those right now. I do like them. I like having options. And it helps me remember what kit is what. This is the first time I've done multiple things going at a time. But I don't have a card going all the time. But I have the Christmas project, the coasters in a project box in one of the suitcases. And then I have the big cat, I have the bird one. I have this one. And I bought a large Art Dot one for my big canvas because it's got like 100 drills, 100 different drills. Kind of nervous about that. Like, that's a lot of colors to keep track of, you know. But I do like variety because I think it gives you makes it more interesting, in my opinion. Today was rather cool out. It's been in the high 80s, low 90s for the past few weeks. And today I think it was only in the 70s. I didn't make it outside at all. Okay, I'm going to be back in 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Not that you noticed I was gone. Gotta go check the porch. I had a package coming. And I've had packages disappear, so 17, oh, we're on 17. So, I wanted to make sure I got it before it disappeared. I ordered a logbook for my diamond painting, and it never arrived. Well, it arrived, it said it was delivered, but somebody took it, and then the one I ordered is no longer in print, so I couldn't even just reorder it. And so I never got one. I still want to get one, but I never reordered. I was looking for another one. I didn't find one I liked. I think I'm just going to have to create one out of a blank book or something. I went on to Creative Fabrica and found some pages and printed them out, but that requires me to get that done. Okay. Let's see, 18. Oops. 18. I hope these come off the containers easy. I should have done what I've seen somebody else do, which is put washi tape on first, but oh well. The truth is every time you take off labels, you're going to be putting new ones on, so. Okay. All right. I'm not very good in conversation tonight. I think well, my battery's about to die, so I think I'm going to go ahead, since I'm not being very engaging. I will let's see. Can I plug you in so we've got, yeah, just a second. Let me, okay, we're back. Okay, let's see if I can come up with better conversation. Had to go and find some power for my tablet because it was dying, and so I got it plugged into a charger now. So we go. So let's find I love this blue. I think I've had this. I think this blue was in the last one I did too, in the bird one I'm working on. And how many of those are actually landing in my little garbage down there? So, if you've made it this far in the video, I apologize for not being very entertaining. What kind of projects would you guys like to see in the future? If you've gotten this far, let me know. I'm new at this, as you all probably know by the limited amount of videos that I have up right now. And I'm getting better. I'm getting better. But I'm looking for ideas. What kind of things do you guys like to see? So the ones where you don't talk and you're just doing the video sound, I'm not really quite sure that that's my talent. I'm kind of a jabbermouth. Jabbermouth. Let's get 20 done. But this is actually not going as so this particular butterfly is going to be fun. I've got so many butterfly canvases, it's kind of crazy. I'm excited though about this is squares. Oh my gosh. If you had one thing, one tip that you could give to a diamond painter, what would it be? If you have made it this far in the video and you have a tip that has worked for you, tell me what it is and why you think it's a great tip. Yeah. One tip that you would like to impart on those of us who, maybe those people who are just starting diamond painting, maybe those of us who have been doing it for a long time, but there's always a tip out there that somebody might have that can help you to do this craft. I always say, you know, it's pretty simple, right? You're just sticking little diamonds on a sticky surface, but there is a little bit of talent involved, but it's not rocket science. It's not something that, I guess it does take being able to have a little bit of a steady hand so you can get them in the right place. Static. A little bit of static in these drills. Is that something that's more in resin drills or acrylic drills? Do you guys know? Because I've not really run into a lot of static until I started getting these premium kits, to be honest. Everything's pretty much, when people would talk about static, I didn't know what they were talking about, but I'm learning. 22. So when I started diamond painting, I had a friend sent me a package that had 6 kits in it, all of them butterflies. And I got 3 of those ones done. And then I started finding kits I liked and buying them myself. I still have those other ones I'm going to work on eventually, but I wanted to branch out and do some other things, and so I have that, and I got a little addicted to finding things that really spoke to me. Not that the butterflies didn't, because I love butterflies, obviously. Do you like... Some people I've seen in the videos that I've watched, there's people who really love to do landscapes. There's some that really love to do florals. I love florals too. I was a quilter before I did this. It just got to be too cumbersome to get everything out in a small space. And I loved making floral quilts. Absolutely love it. And so I've got some florals as well. I think that might be after I get these, I may do a floral. I've got a couple more dog prints to do though that I got for my series of dogs that I'm putting on my wall. Okay, 23. It's a pretty green. I do like these drills. They're really nice, bright, vibrant colors. I think I'm going to do, I'm going to get the drills. I'll do a whip and chat on the final part of the Bird of Joy because that'll be the fun part, seeing it all completed. This is really pretty. What's the biggest kit you've ever done? How big was it? I've got one that I don't even know what the size is of it, but I'm kind of scared. I kind of bit off more than I can chew. I have to buy one of those roller things that I've seen because I do not have the space for it. It's so big. I'm going to have to do it on my craft table. So it'll be hard to do whip and chats on that because I have to do it in the other room. There's no space for it in here. And the birds are too loud. They just get too excited when I start talking. They think I'm talking to them and they start talking back. That's what I get for having 5 birds. It's a little noisy in my house sometimes. When I talk to my mom, she's like, how do you deal with that? I'm just used to it. I used to have a Lenny who was so quiet, but he talked so well. That was like 15 years ago. I'd love to get another one. In fact, when I was getting my parakeets, I was looking into them, but used to be you could find them for like $200. Now they're quite a bit more to get one. So I was like, well, I think we're going to go back to parakeets. When my dog passed away, I couldn't handle it being so quiet in my house. I had to have something. It was just too quiet, and now it's too noisy. Because I didn't go get just one bird. Well, I started out with 2, which I always knew I would get 4 because I had 4 before, and when I had parakeets. And it's just it's nice for them because they're flock animals and they're so entertaining. If you've ever watched birds in a little tiny flock like this, so having 4 makes sense. So I thought having 6 would make even more sense. It goes off my rocker. And I got 2 more. So I started out with Buster and Lily. I got Lily first, and Lily had a friend. They came from a friend who got them. So somebody bought my friend 2 parakeets for Christmas in December of 23. And that was it 23? So Sophie passed away in December of 23. So it was actually February of 24 that I got. So it was February of 24 that I got Lily and Lulu. Lily and Lulu had come from a friend who, somebody bought her parakeets for Christmas. So she got them in December. She didn't know anything about birds. She knew I had had them before because we've been friends a long time, and she remembered me having a bunch of them. She was scared of them because Lily bit her, and she didn't bite her hard, I'm sure. It was probably just scared her because she's bitten me, and she didn't bite hard. She just basically puts her beak on you and it's like, hey, does this feel good? And it doesn't hurt. She doesn't do like a pinching bite like they can. They can bite really hard. But she did, I'm sure she didn't. But it scared her that the bird tried to nip her. And then she was afraid of them. And so she called me and asked me, would I want them? She'd only had them for about 30 days, and if even that. She got them at Christmas. I got them in, I guess it was January. It was February, because Sophie passed away on the 23rd of January. And I got Lily and Lulu in February. And about a week after I got them, Lulu passed away. So I changed Lily to Lily Lou. I mostly call her Lily Bug these days. But so I got Lily, and then she was lonely because she was used to having her friend. So I went and I found Buster. And they were so cute. They didn't get along at first until they did, and then they were inseparable. And then it must have been March, and I got to thinking, last time I had 4, and it was so fun to watch the 4 different personalities, because birds all have their own personality. They're so fun. Okay, this one goes here. So I happened to be at the pet store. I don't even think it was that I thought I'm going to go get 2 more. I went to, yeah, that's how it happened. So I went to PetSmart to pick up birdseed. That's what it was. I went to PetSmart to get some birdseed, and while I was there, I saw Hannah and Honey, and they are so pretty. There's Hannah is a Lutino, which is yellow with red eyes, which means they're missing any other pigments. So it's sort of like an albino, but yellow instead of white. And Hannah was sitting next to, and they were preening each other, so I knew they were bonded together. I knew they liked each other, because they only preen each other if they like each other. So they were sitting next to each other, preening each other, and Honey is a yellow face albino, which means he's pretty much a white with a really light yellow color. Beautiful. And the 2 of them sitting side by side was beautiful. The colors, they just go together, right? So of course I decide I have to have them, because I've never seen a yellow face albino before. And I didn't even know what they were called. I'm like, what is that? I had to look it up when I got home, because even at the pet store, they don't know anything about birds and stuff at the pet stores. The pets are there to sell the merchandise. They're not there. Those big pet store chains, most of the people, sometimes you find a knowledgeable person, but the vast majority of the time, the people are just, they're there because it's a job, and they're there to sell the stuff. Most of the time, the stuff isn't even the right stuff for the animals. They don't have cages that are big enough for the animals. That's my biggest beef with them, is they sell things as a perfect setup for your new pet, but they're not. Like they sell rabbit cages that you should never put a rabbit in. And they sell, even guinea pigs, they sell these little tiny cages and tell people this is all you need, and it's not. I've had both rabbits and guinea pigs, and they need a lot of space. But with birds, they also need a lot of space. They need to be able to fly. So they need at least 30 inches wide, and they can go only, 24 inches deep, but it's better. The bigger cage you can get, if you're going to get parakeets, the bigger cage you can get, the better, right? Just gives them more space. So I had them in a smaller cage at first, and of course I had to have multiple cages in the beginning. But then I brought home Honey and Hannah, and I don't recommend this because you do need to quarantine your birds, but I don't live in a place where that's even an option. There's no place for me to quarantine them to, so I just have to pray and hope that it all works out, that nobody gets anybody else sick, because there's really nothing else I can do. So I brought them home, and I put them in a different cage, and the other birds kept landing on their cage, and Hannah was terrified of the other birds, but Honey kind of liked the idea of the other birds. But I brought them home, and within a little bit of time, they were all playing together. And then it was almost a year, I think it was a year later in January, that I brought home Luna. So I brought home Luna, and then I went and it was my birthday's on the 26th. So I brought home Luna on the 23rd, and then you're supposed to keep them in pairs. Getting birds in singles, even with a little flock, they need to have a partner, or a lot of times they'll just fight, and you'll have a problem. You'll have one bird that's left out all the time, and it's just not a good thing. They like to pair off. But when I found Luna, I had gone, so my friend says, you need to stop going to the pet store. So when I went, I wasn't planning on getting Luna. I went to PetSmart again to buy birdseed. And there was Luna, and Luna's so pretty. He's a yellow, got a light yellow color to him, and then he's got this pretty like turquoise blue spots and around him, and he's got dotted, I think he's a Spangle, and he's beautiful. But I brought him home, and then a couple days later I went and found Maui, because they gotta have a friend. And Maui was unfortunately not well, I believe, from the time I got him. It was within a week or so I realized he just wasn't doing good, and he was clipped. I can't stand that these stores clip them. None of my birds are clipped. They fly freely when they're out. And he was just, the poor thing, he fell a few times from way up high in the cage, and it was just sad. He couldn't fly, and all the other birds were flying, and he couldn't. But he seemed there was something wrong with him. And so I moved him into my little cage. I have a littler cage that I use in case I have to take them to the vet or something. And so I moved him into that cage, and then I put him in the little tiny travel cage for for a couple days, just because he was just not moving around very good, and I was afraid, and I had him covered up to keep him warm, and he seemed to be getting better. And then I put him in the bigger travel one that I was talking about a second ago. And then when I put him in that one, he seemed happier. He was moving around a bit, and he was in there for a couple weeks, and he was starting to look like he was better. I'd done all the things. I was giving him oregano in his food, and that works as an antibiotic. And so I thought, he's getting better. And but I was still keeping an eye on him. And I bought him a playpen because I was letting him out at night with this little cage, and I bought this little playpen thing. And he was jumping out of it and ending up on the floor, and I'm like, okay, I think you're better. You're all having a good time. But I still didn't want to move him in with the other birds just yet, because I didn't want to risk having them have too close of contact together just yet. And so I had him in his little playpen, and he was having such a good time. He was, for like a week, he was doing really good. And I thought, I'm going to be able, in fact, the night that he died, I was going to put him in with the other birds the next day, because I'm like, you're doing really good. So I had put the other birds to bed, and he was playing in he was still playing, and I had given him millet in his play area, in his little tent that I had bought. And then I was watching him, and he went to go up his little ladder to go up, and he was sitting up on his perch, and all of a sudden he went like he was going to get down, and as he was getting down from his ladder, it was like he tripped and he caught himself, and he caught himself on the ladder. Sorry, my battery's going dead, so I might have to finish this story and finish this up on my own. So he caught himself on the ladder, and I was watching him, and I thought it looked funny. I was like, that didn't look right. He was hanging onto the ladder by his beak, and then he walked down finished getting down the ladder. He literally walked over like 3 steps from getting down from the ladder and fell over, and he was gone. It was, I went to go pick him up and see if he was okay, and he was dead. It was the craziest thing. And I just couldn't believe it. He'd been active and having fun all night. He had a good last night. He had a really good last night. He was eating millet, and he just was having a good time. He was playing on all his toys, and then all of a sudden, it was just like he had his last hurrah, and then he was gone. So he had a really good last night. I had spoiled him, and I had bought him new toys, and he was just having a good time, and I was so excited that I was going to be able to put him in with the other birds the next day. And he just expired. It was so sad. So I thought about getting another one, but I thought, you know what? The other 5 are getting along just fine. There's been no issues as far as fighting or anything. There was in the beginning. There was some spats in the very beginning of having all the birds. There was a few spats. But then they got over that, and I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna add another one. I'm just gonna see if we can be fine with just 5. So I haven't stepped foot in a PetSmart or a Petco. I've ordered all the food online because I know if I see one, I'll want another one, and they're just too noisy now as it is. I'm like, no, we're not going to get another one. We're just going to stick with our 5. As people already think I'm the crazy bird lady. Anyways. All right, well, my battery is dying. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more to do. But I'm going to call it an evening for you. I'll get this finished, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Hey, like, subscribe, share this video if you'd like for me, as well as, make a comment. I asked a few questions earlier. Make a comment. The algorithm really likes it, shows engagement. And, if you like this channel, let me know. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.